Hello, kids. I'm back in the saddle. That's a good song. I hadn't heard that forever. Anyway, thought I'd show you the next step that we do. The infamous burnishing table. The one I bought. The motor was bad. Got it on this table. This was bad. This fell apart on me. I finally got it. My brother-in-law glued it back together again for me. Because he's a woodworker dude. And so I'm doing the next step, which is cutting or trimming or edging the edges, cutting the edges. When this leather's cut, it's got a square edge to it. Even though I'm using a clicker die to cut these, it still gives it a square, straight edge. You don't like that. You don't want that on a leather product because it will get ugly on you. So this one's all done. So now, let me clean the mess up a little bit of all the little shavings I just unleashed. And then I'll show you what we're going to do next. I got this kind. I still need to take it apart again. And I got a machine shop in San Antonio I like. I'm going to take it to him and get him to, oopsie. Sorry about that, kids. I forgot I had to move the table and the dadgum camera was in the way. Or the tripod was wrapped up. I gotta move this over here. Go through here. Plug it into there. So I can get it over here. I think we'll do one of these first. Now I'll have to, these little spots right here, I can't get it real good because the radius. I guess I should have showed you before and after. I can do that here in a minute. This is just pass number one. What I'm doing is creating friction. Which rubs the fibers, lays them all down. Then, after pass one, I come in here with some saddle soap. And guess what? We do the same thing all over again. Here, let me show you what it looked like beforehand. See how kind of rough that is? You can even see here where it wouldn't hit it at, where it's rough. Pass number three, we go on top of it with some wax. And that kind of helps seal everything. All I'm doing is creating friction. Of course, that friction. There's the spots I missed. There's where it's all, that's finished. I'm good now. I'll come back. I got a smaller, I got something like that that's smaller that I use to get into these little spots here. I'll do one of these for you now. Don't try this at home. I'm telling you, if you got a ring or any kind of jewelry or long sleeve shirt, or long hair, you get it wrapped around that damn thing right there. Ouch. Of course, I'm lucky. I don't have a wedding ring. I don't have to wear jewelry. Ain't got long hair. So I'm not too worried about it. Now that pass was just water and water only. Little spot right there needs a little work. Now if you don't have this contraption, here's what you can, I'll show you what you can do. Still need to do the same steps all 3 times, but make sure it's a pair of tan because of the color. You don't want blue jeans rubbing off on your leather that you just spent several hours working on. But you go like this. And that right there accomplishes the same thing. It's just creating friction. And it's rubbing, smoothing that leather down for you. Yeah, I like it. Throw a little bit of wax on it. that's how you do that. Now, another thing I do, oops, I hope it's still working because I got the low battery sign put up on me. But another thing I'll do is I've got a little round one that fits inside them holes, and I'll get in there and burnish those up as well, simply because water, you don't want water getting inside of, in through the fibers of your leather if you can avoid it. Of course, the lighting's not real good to show the shine on it, but anyway, so there's that. All righty. Yes, it is primitive. I like primitive Jack Naplin. I'm a primitive old guy. I found that thing right there at the Textan factory auction. I've been using, here's what I have been using, and it's probably going to go on this table because it works real good. Basically, I took a pair of these pants right there and cut it, fit it, and it's got the perfect RPMs, and it does a real good job as well, but it's about 3 times as long as what I just did. So that's why I like this. I've got a drill press I'm going to bring in here one of these days, and I'll mount it to this part of the table there, and I'll have a third piece that I can get into different things with. So, all right, y'all go have a good evening. Toodaloo, you bunch of buckaroos.